Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Owls offense will get the first swing of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not...
There he goes! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Now on the option. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Here's a hit. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So UConn's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Dropping back, it's Fagnano. Got him downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Bell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
They'll give it to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Fagnano. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, UConn! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back, he sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off play action on first down. He'll pull it down. Did the work himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He'll do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. He'll pull it on the read. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. UConn going back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll try the run.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
For the offense.
A first down for the offense. Quick handoff. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Fagnano. Quickly to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Brings up second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to seal the edge on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle. They get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Spins away from the defense. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Using the quick game. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. Dead center perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
To the air, it's Fagnano. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. How about the tight end showing the athleticism and diving to make that grab?
It's so nice as a quarterback, Reese, to have a tight end who's athletic and can make the play when it's not a perfect throw.
Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Edwards. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Punch it out of the air. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, and you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
Number 28, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
He's tackled at the 22. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Turns it loose deep. Snags it on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th. Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Scanning the field, it's Fagnano. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation.
Yeah, victory formation is so sweet, and the best part is when you're on the road and all those home fans start taking off, and all those cheers, all those loud noise, you don't hear them anymore. It's really quiet.
Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.